Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for February 2019. And this is for you coming from Leo. And the first card that I'm going to pull, before I pull the card, I want to give you my email address. Many are saying they can't reach me. My email address is andyhoro9. I'll spell it for you, ANDIHORO, and then the number 9. andyhoro9@gmail.com. Send me an email if you want to send me a message of any kind. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull will be to do for your job for your first 15 days of February. You coming from Leo, and it's a nasty card. It says that past issues are catching up with you in your job area, and that's going to be a downer. And unexpected new problems can come at any time. So where your job is concerned, insecurity is seen. To hold on to your job, you'll have to be very careful. Be careful of also people who are jealous of you, it says. So mind your own business, work very hard, show your bosses that you are even working late, and thereby you will be able to make your first 15 days of February much safer for you to hold on to your job. Now I'm going to pull the next card to see what your business, if you're in business, how you're going to do in the first 15 days. Well, it's a card of partnership. It's a card of partnership, but it doesn't show the same. So it says you could be attracted to form a partnership. The possibility is there, but you will be doing it with somebody very different from you. So I can see this card's message as saying that a lack of harmony will be seen, difference of opinions can be seen, and there will be definitely problems. So you don't want to go into any kind of new partnerships in business, and if you have partners in business, be very careful. There can be a lot of disturbances. Apart from that, in business, it's not a good card. It produces problems in the sense that weaknesses are seen in your business. That means your business is weak in this first 15 days of February. So you cannot afford to take risks of any kind. You don't want to reinvest in any way. Just lie low where business is gone in the first 15 days. Now I want to talk to you about your romance in the first 15 days. And your romance is going to be a problem state. Whoever you love, you're going to have worries for. And if it's a new romance, be very careful. A new romance partner would be very aggressive and would not be very loyal to you. So take your time to study this person, and your ongoing romance is going to have a lot of issues going against you, you coming from Leo. So you cannot afford to be arrogant, and you cannot afford to be dictatorial, like dominating. And if it's your partner behaving that way, and you want that partner still, then tell yourself you'll have to be very calm about things. So I don't quite like this card overall in your romance area. Now let's talk about your marriage area for the first 15 days. And the first 15 days about your marriage area says, well, it's a problematic card again, but it says solutions can be here. So it's you listening to me, so you must produce solutions in the first 15 days where your marriage is concerned. So obviously things are going to go very wrong. Solutions may not come from your marriage partner, so you'll have to be the one. So you'll have to stay very calm and not to take charge of any kind. And it says that the news you bring out must be very gentle as well. So it's a card which says that if you are gentle with the situation will remain within control. So don't show aggression. Now I want to talk to you about your last 13 days of February where your job is concerned. Your last 13 days where your job is concerned for you coming from Leo. Oh, it's a much, much better card. Interestingly, it's a card that talks of other countries other other than the country you are in. So it could be where job is concerned, you could then find an opportunity in another country or somewhere very far away. And so I could find it a positive card. The only downside here is that having to go away, the romance side may be a problem. So the romance planets are also in this business card or job card. So you'll have to worry that going away and working somewhere else may create a weakness in your personal life. So you'll have to make a choice of what to do. But it's a card that basically says you're going to make the right choice. And it's a card that's going to give you some promise of improving your job. Let's talk about your business now. Let's see what happens. Well, basically the card says that what has been in the air, not really yours yet, can become yours in this last 13 days. So the chances of getting new businesses or getting a business or going into business are very real for you. You coming from Leo in the last 13 days of February. So give it your all, and offers are waiting for you, it says. And so I'll call this a very positive card for you. And now I want to talk to you about your romance in the last 13 days, you coming from Leo. So let's see what the card says. And wow, you are popular, you are in demand, there's a possibility of romance. So wherever you go, dress well and look good. The planets of romance are there waiting to give you something. And for you coming from Leo, the only downside is study the person first. There is a saying that says, all that glitters is not gold. So you may find the person that you think is pure gold, but study the person first. That could be the little bit of warning that I'm giving you. Otherwise, it says it's going to be a good 13 days for you. But watch out for this disappointment that may come about from this person that you meet, either as a new romance, or I would apply this card also to ongoing romance. Something may crop up that you may look at your ongoing romance and feel that you didn't expect a disappointment like that. So improve your tolerance and try to keep the romance going. Don't be too fussy. Now about your marriage in the last 13 days. So let's see what the card says for you coming from Leo. Alright, what is the downside? The downside is money. So there is some financial issue regarding making your marriage not very happy. Is it expenditure? Is it not money coming in? Is it money very tight? That's all it is. Apart from that, it says the bonding is still strong. The talk about holidays is still there. Travel is still there. But these financial issues could be a downer. So you'll have to tackle this some way or another. Basically, I feel that this card tells me you're going to be short of funds to do what you want in the last 13 days of February. So don't overreach yourself. Try to keep your feet on the ground and don't promise too much which you can't keep. Otherwise, this card, I make it as a positive enough card. Now I'm going to talk to you about health very quickly. Pull a card for the whole month of February, you coming from Leo. It's a card of coughs and colds because it's raining, it's wet. So my mind quickly went there to coughs and colds. So keep your chest warm. Don't get caught in the rain. It's a card showing rain and gloomy weather. And tell yourself to keep yourself warm. And if you have a cough and you have a cold, go find a doctor and get healed. Don't live with it. Small matter. That's what I can see from this card. So it's about lungs. If you're asthmatic, then be very careful. Now I'm going to pull this card called for your lucky ages. You're coming from Leo for the whole month of February. It's a great card, and it says if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75, then from this card I can see the planets of Jupiter and Mars very active. So opportunities are coming and you will be meeting some very powerful people who can help you in any area of your life. So it's a wonderful card if you happen to be of these ages that I've just mentioned. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to see me for a 90-minute session. It'll cost you USD 50, but I'll be able to tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, time of birth, and give you and your palms, and to give you a lot of information. Let's talk about that later. Now I'm going to pull a card for you from Leo about your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. And the lucky dates I will pull from you are the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th. It's again the card of Mars and Jupiter. So the 3rd, 12th, 21st, and 30th are enormously good cards. I mean, are enormously good dates. So the last card I pulled was the same as this, so it confirms for you the ages are going to be spectacular if you were those ages I mentioned. And the dates would be the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th. Something wonderful in any area of your life is possible to happen. So bookmark these dates and chase for what you want. Is it a job, the business? Is it a new romance, the romance you have, or the marriage? Okay. And that was about your lucky dates. Now I'll talk to you about your lucky colors. So your lucky colors for the whole month of February would be the colors of 3 planets here, and I'm going to settle for the royal color called purple. So contact purple, undergarments, top garments, hold anything purple, and you will attract plenty of good energy to make yourself lucky in any area of your life. So wonderful card showing energy of growth. Use purple as much as you can. Now for you coming from Leo, your lucky direction. So let's see what the card says about lucky directions for you. Well, there are 2 directions here. One is north and one is northwest. Northwest. So between north and northwest, you're going to find plenty of energy. So try to face between north and northwest, to think of what you want, to be inspired, and to ask for what you want as well. And you will be able to attract that wonderful energy to become successful. Well, that's the news for you. Now regarding this 90-minute session is based on your date of birth, time of birth, looking at your palms, and I will tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on this information. And I'll talk to you about your personal lottery numbers, which I'll give you for the rest of your life. That'll be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I'll give you plenty of information about lucky colors, lucky directions, lucky gemstones, lucky days, so that you can be right on top for your next 7, 8 or 9 years. So if I haven't given you my email address, it's AndyHoro9, A-N-D-I-H-O-R-O, and the number 9, andyhoro9@gmail.com. I'm going to give you my Facebook address as well. It's Andy, A-N-D-I dot Singh, S-I-N-G-H dot 9, the number 9. And you'll find me on Facebook, and send me a message by all means. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck in the month of February. Thank you and goodbye.